my elders or my mentors, my spiritual parents, they are consistent when it comes to checkups.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll just call, hi, are you okay? How is everything? Please talk to us whenever you need help or whatever. But now you are like, yo, these people have done a lot for me.
Lena,
I just want to be independent. Guys like you would hit me up, OB, they keep on hitting me up. Yo, CB, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, man.
And I'll be like, hey, gents, I'm cool, God is good and all that. I'll put on a face.
Yeah, man. I think my wife, for sure, like, remember when we went to Maung, when we met you guys?
Yeah.
I think that two people who my wife can see that, these people really mean like a lot to me. And it's you, it's Stretch. And they every time, sometimes I'm checking up because I'm checking up.
Yeah.
Then sometimes when I circle back and check you, I'm sharp straight. Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's my wife who said, hey, man, check up on this guy.
Check up
with
the
his
discernment.
get discernment. And it's just like, I'm like, okay, now I need to really check up on him.
Yeah, for me, I would say, because the Christian community sometimes comes to be not judgmental per se. Just for lack of better word, I will use judgmental. So that's why sometimes we don't open up even our struggles. Because I'm like, if I tell Jen that I'm actually struggling with alcohol and smoking, I'm in debt, he must be like, oh snap, you have, hey brah, you have messed up. Why we have always been there for you. It's like I've let you guys down. So but this having like crazy struggles that I've been going through, bro. And this just my secret sin, I would say. Because I was just battling all this, being depressed over even certain, that decisions that we make. One day I was listening to a sermon by Stephen Patrick, and it's like, when you are in the storm, be careful with the decisions that you make. Because the decisions that you make in the midst of the storm, they may cause even more storm, or they may result even greater storms than you are going through. So I feel like even when I was in the midst of the storm, there were certain decisions that I made that created even bigger storms than I was in. So but not try to justify this. I feel like the grace has been really sufficient, and I've been really struggling in my faith thing, but just trying to maintain my personal relationship with God, which I felt like is the most important thing. Crazy enough for me, I can't blame this on anyone. I can't say church hurt and all that, because personally I don't believe that
let's go
the church,
for it. Go for
the
it.
church can hurt you. Because I've had a lot of people talking about how they don't go to church
because the church hurt them.
For me, I can't say I go to any other church in Gaps, but I'm not forsaking the fellowship of brethren. I fellowship, I go to small groups. But I can't say I identify. I still go to, I still subscribe or go to that church in Maung. Even though I stay in Gaps. I can't say I'm hurt by the church, because I don't believe that there's anything called church hurt. Because I feel like we make that saying more like a hiding place or a hiding space for us people who are actually struggling in faith.
I feel like...
Let me hear your thought.
I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I feel like the church hurt is an umbrella word that now sometimes it means more than, or it's just that it's a cop-out word, like what you're saying. Because sometimes if you say some leaders in the church hurt you, that's one thing. Or some members in the church hurt you, that's another thing. And then these other people in the church hurt you, that's a whole thing. Or I'm just hurt by the fact that they did not handle my discretions well or something like that. Like there's a whole lot of nuance to that particular statement. I think people within the church can hurt you, but that's no reason for you to leave God, because it's two different things. Yeah, and part of what the Bible says is like, there's we are all not perfect. There's a bunch of non-perfect people, all in one place, and it can get crazy. It can really get crazy amongst that.
And when you talk about perfection, I think one thing that we need to understand is that the church is not a museum for saints. It's actually a hospital for sinners.
100%. And that includes the guy in front on the pulpit.
Exactly.
That, and even some of his own ways of doing things are also not perfect. And even if he puts some of those things to the forefront as gospel, they don't replace the gospel. So sometimes that challenge and that thing tends to rub a lot of people the wrong way. And I think the issue a lot of people would have is, if you say I'm gonna stay home because out there everyone is out to get me, then it doesn't really help. And I understand there's pain. I understand there's seasons of, okay, let me seclude myself a little bit here, but there's there are really different flavors and different, like, I think we've also punished the idea of looking for a church. Because I think in the leadership's church is like, church hopper. A hopper. There's this like, looking for a church is now looked bad upon. Looking for a place
but there's nothing wrong with looking for a place where you fully fit, you fully align to the doctrine, you feel home. You find a place where you are like, this is where, because if we can now start bisecting and amplifying what the Bible was talking about when the Bible was saying, do not forsake fellowship with brethren. I think it will be a whole sermon that will take an hour, but fellowshipping with brethren mean different things, mean relationships, mean family, mean breaking bread, means accountability, means love, means sharing, and all those kind of stuff.
I mean, I think it's...
And one need to find that place where he feels like, this is the place I resonate with. This is a place I can call home.
And we've made that into this whole thing of, hey, like, just by merely checking up on another place, you're fully transgressing. You're unaware, you're unsure. And that's also, I think, maybe even just boiling back to that engagement idea, just thinking through. I mean, the reason why it's successful is you realize that this place is not for you, or this person is not for you. I think I need something, I can do better. And a lot of people start settling for a place because they are guilted, tripped to a place where they feel like, I think this is where I'm cool or whatever.
Many relationships right now are surviving because of guilt and guilt traps that are set before them because of memories. You know that people right now who are in abusive relationships, who are in abusive marriages, and they can't even consult the leadership of the church because they are afraid of being judged, even by the church, even by the authority within the church, and also just feeling like, you know what, we have shared memories. I don't know a place outside of this person. So
there's a linkage. I mean, even with the church, it's like, they would rather just settle for that, because that's like, sometimes, to use a lack of a better word, the devil they know. The devil they know kind of vibe.
Because I think, just in closing, not in closing per se, but just my story, with just being in dads, and it was crazy because it just brought a whole lot of crazy stuff, like depression. With depression came suicidal attempts. suicidal attempts, and where.
When did you attempt? Or in Maung?
Yeah, I was in. There was a time when I came. I just went back to Maung.
Yeah.
For some business.
Yeah.
That I think for me, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
It worked out, but I maybe not according to my expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was after the death of my father, because after the death, my father passed away.
That was a hard time.
Yeah, that was a hard time, because after the death of my father was also like a roller coaster moment for me.
Yeah,
because I lost a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah,
because there was sharing of properties that I lost. Where my paternal side of the family kind of abandoned me, and they actually professed that they don't know you. They don't know me. You know, I'm I wanted to protect them, but I can't protect them anymore because it's reality. They just said that before the khotla, you know, the traditional court, that we don't know him.
All for the sake of just
the sake of just piece of properties, you know, and
that were entitled to you. That was entitled
for me. That's still even in paper.
Yeah.
And you know, I had that opportunity to go an extra mile of fighting that, but you know what, I was like, no, there's no need. I have a God-given gift that I feel like God is going to establish me. And can you imagine in the midst of that, I'm battling now, smoking, drinking, debts, and all that. Now feeling hopeless. You know, I have people that I have to pay who are exposing me in different platforms. Cool. You know, I can't even answer my phone. I can't even go on social media. I can't post encouraging words that I used to post. Because of people who are always...
who think you're like some hypocrite.
Some people... Exactly. And because of some people who are after me, you know, because they know what if I post chilling with Jen, they will be like, where are you? Because that used to happen a lot, you know. And I felt like, hey, let me pull back, let me sort out my mess.
That explains a couple things, but
explain couple of things.
Definitely, because we've been running for a minute, almost an hour 30 minutes. So look, you had these challenges, man. I'm part of another challenge that happened that I'm gonna just talk about. Man. So the footage. So the hard drive just died mid-conversation while we're having such a good blast. But we're back. We're just wrapping this thing up and really talking about moving forward. And really, like, you've been through so much, man. Like, what do you say to encourage people, and how are you keeping now? Like, where are you at now, and like, what's keeping you straight?
That's a good broad question. I would say, you know, the most important thing is having family around you. Family can come in form of friends or people that you are accountable to. You know that they do not forsake the fellowship of brethren part. You know, there's just power in fellowship. There's just power in having people you are accountable to. There's power in people who you know you can talk to without judgment, but them being brutally honest to you. You know, because sometimes when people are honest with us, we like to rush to saying they are judgmental. You see, but there's but there's a huge difference in that, you know, where you have people who are honest with you, who are giving you constructive criticism. So I would say I have friends like that. You know, currently I have friends who holding me down, right? Who are holding me down, who encourage me, who encourage me to make certain things in my life a priority. Even myself, I've taken it to a stage whereby I'm like, you know what, for me to live a financially free life, I have to give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. I have to make paying my debts a priority. You know, and I would say I'm in a good track, you know, finishing paying off whoever that I owed. I'm about to be a free man. Now I'm focusing on my dreams, focusing on my startup. You know, people know more about my startup soon because I'm about to make noise. You know, I've done a couple of business deals. I've worked for a couple of people. And I've got a lot of experience. You know, I'm thankful for every other opportunity, even though some let me not say more about it, but
some didn't go
according to plan, or according to, because sometimes one thing that we miss is that we think that when things didn't go to how we wanted them to go, they didn't go according to plan. Whereas maybe they went according to plan, but you know, that plan was to actually launch you for you to start up something. You know, so for me, I think I went through certain encounters as a learning curve, and certain encounters to launch me. You know, remember when I left my own to come to Gaps? You know, like, okay, maybe I'm getting these opportunities to be whereas I was launched to a new season, a new chapter, and now I'm here, and I think I'm about to turn 30. I'm about to turn 30. That year that I was hiding, 1990, it's 1992. I think it's the first time I've revealed my age in many years. So I'm turning 30, and for me, I think my life will begin at 30.
Wow.
My life is beginning at 30, because now I've learned, I've made mistakes. But the most important thing, when people find condemnation in the mistakes that they have done, for me, I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing them as a learning curve. Something that I can learn from. Something that I can make it a point that I'll not repeat this thing. I went through this thing, and it will never happen again. But the most important thing is to learn from it and go forth. You know, so it's a launching season. I'm being launched. You know, the most important thing also, when you're going through a struggle, you know, go to your brother who's not struggling with the same thing, and just
that's a key. Say that. Go to your brother who is not struggling with the same thing.
You know, because most of the time we go to the brothers that we are going through the struggle with. You know, and how they approach the situation. You might leave the room being comforted. Being comforted because it kind of, the truth was kind of bypassed. Or you are comforted, or you are given words that you wanted to hear. But when you go to someone who's not struggling with the same thing that you are struggling with, you are not going to hear the words you want to hear. But you are going to live a transformed man. You know, so the most important thing is transformation. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, and living your life. And living your life, not trying to impress anyone, you know, not trying to impress anyone, you know, just living your life. And I
love that. I love what you're saying. And the idea of impressing people, living according to people's standards, you know, it's crazy. It's also crazy just your story. Like, I feel like sometimes you don't, like, in life, just because some things don't happen then doesn't mean they're never gonna happen as well. who would have thought just after that miracle of you just letting go of all the things you are struggling with at the time when you came to Christ, that there will be a later stage when those things will be presented to you again. You know, it just felt like with like challenges do come to people, even if they're doing the work of the Lord, or that going after God's things. Challenges do come, but our biggest thing is to overcome and to know that big things are seasons.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, our friendship has been seasons as well, man. You know,
True.
and but the biggest thing is really like knowing that, look, there are things that are bigger than just us. The things that are just bigger than us gelling or something. Like, we need to like realize that there is a destiny plan. You know,
True.
there's a destiny plan
True.
for all of us. Yeah, don't want to start preaching. Don't want to start preaching.
Yo, man, thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for having me in your platform.
Yeah.
Thank you for just giving me the opportunity just to also open up, just to share my life, share my story. You know, I believe it will minister to someone else out there.
Yeah.
You know, minister to them in a way that they don't justify sinful lifestyle, but
sure, man.
encourage them to actually just be just to go through the pain, to just persevere and just work on their way out of whatever that they're going through, because the most important thing is how we get out of all this situation, the mess that we have allowed the storms, or to get out of the bigger storms that we have created in the decision that we made when we were in those minor storms.
I mean, definitely, I think the biggest question I get when it comes to around the Excalibur thing is, where are you? You know, and I felt like doing this channel, having my creativity on, sharing some of the back statements and the back things. You are one of the guys, as far as creative connections I have, and I just wanted them to kind of bring you as a creative here to kind of share your voice, share what you're going through, but also knowing that that's a creative journey. I also had my stories of just going through depression and stuff, and I was just on the phone with my sister because I shared some of that on my channel, and she was just like, I didn't know, and we were talking about therapy and why that's important, and just walking through all of that, that's critical, and those that's what creatives go through. So I just wanted to be real.
Creatives have to go for therapy. It's crazy. The beginning of the year, that's when, I once did therapy some other time. And I was on some antidepressant stuff, and I just left. But the beginning of this year, I went through therapy. But this time around, I chose not to take the antidepressant thing. I just went through counseling, where I was just brought to the reality of my problems on how I can solve certain things. I think it actually played a big role on how I was when it comes to my financial planning. Because through that I saw success on how I was managing my finances, how I was paying out my debts and all that, because I was looking at the root cause of my depression. I was like, most of it, apart from my traumas and my past experiences, it was rooted more in my financials. So I felt like there was a need for me to deal with my financial lifestyle, so that the other things I can sort out. So creatives and whoever is out there, if you are going through depression, down moments, whatever, seek counseling, talk to us. I'm available. Feel free to hit me up. We are your brothers. I've been through the same thing. I don't have a room to judge anyone. I just want to extend the love that I was given when I was just in the midst of that hardship that I was going through.
I mean, you can point people to the right directions, especially like some things faith, some things are medical, some things need. Sometimes some people just need a hug, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, thanks for coming on this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This is going to be good. It's going to be good. I hope this inspires.
Yeah.
This is long running, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, me and homie is cool. In case you've been wondering.
We're cool. No beef.
No beef. In case you've been wondering.
You know, beefing.
But yeah, man. I'm gonna look towards like your project and also your entrepreneurship journey and seeing seeing you progress, man.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
About the future.
Nice.
I'm just living with the words. Don't be discouraged by your current situation.
Yeah.
If you have a game plan.
Come on now.
And you have your game plan really have to be rooted in Christ.
Nice.
He's the author and the finisher of our faith.
Gotta preach it at the end, dog. Gotta preach it. All right, man. I'm not gonna say do what you need to do, but do what you need to do. Peace.
Thanks, man.
Sure, man.